What's going on, family? What's going on? This lesson is going to be lit because I'm finally going to break down how everything works. Quantum jumping, time travel, parallels, etc. Right? First thing is this. Do not go out and try to do this without healing within, with love and balance, or you will get lost. Not lost physically, but lost mentally. Right? So, let's start this off with the clocks again, because don't think everyone got the hang of it the way I was explaining it. So, I'm going to start there first. Eastern Standard Time is the time that they use to manipulate around the entire world. The last two numbers in Eastern Standard Time is in every clock around the world. The only thing that's different about each clock is the number in front, but the last two numbers will always remain the same, right? Ask yourself why. So, what I did to get a hold of this was I created my own time machine, right? And all I used was two clocks. I used a regular clock and my cell phone, right? And what I did was this. I have one clock that's Eastern Standard Time, and then another clock that's 16 minutes ahead, which makes me, myself, the present moment, right? So if you are looking at either clock, which is the past or the future, you're not in the present moment because you're focusing on the machines and not what's given to you in the sky, which is the sun, right? And while you're using cell phones, right? This is something that I figured out while I was using cell phones. If you are using a cell phone and your phone, in your hand is getting numb, that phone is draining energy from you, right? This is why it's important to have crystals, mainly shungite for protection, because everyone holds their phone in their left hand, which is feminine energy. And if you got the government beast thing, you now have your Sims green triangle. You're connected to the game, basically. So if you have that and you're touching a cell phone, you're connected to the machine. It drains the feminine energy from you. You're feeding AI by holding the phone in your hand. So wearing earth on your wrist to protect yourself from being drained is important with this technique, right? So when you are carrying around your cell phone and you're using it, make sure you are wearing crystals when you're doing this, so you're not being drained from your energy while you're traveling, right? And with that being said, the sun is your hour hand because it goes through every zodiac monthly. Like right now, it's in Sagittarius, right? And right now, the moon is also in Sagittarius. Again, two masculine signs in the sky. You're here to learn a lesson. Now here's the cool part. The sun is your hour hand. The moon is your minute/day hand, because the moon cycles through the month every 2 to 4 days, right? Technically, it's 13 months, 28 days, 4 weeks, 7 days, 28 days, and 4-day moon cycles. That's the original calendar. I'm going to explain the 13 calendars later on, but right now, this is how everything operates, right? So, the sun is your hour hand, The moon is your minute hand. And how the zodiac clock works is this. When the sun is stationary in a zodiac sign, it has to complete the zodiac cycle through all the signs before it gets back into the sign like it's doing tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be an eclipse because the sun and moon are going to connect. They don't tell you this because it's left out. It's not a new moon. Tomorrow is an eclipse because the sun and moon are now cycled back in Sagittarius, the 12-12 portal, right? So when the moon cycles around, right, every time the moon lands on a zodiac sign, you are in a constellation. You're in a new angle of light, right? So how this works is like this. The sun is in Sagittarius, the moon is in Sagittarius, right? What's going on in the sky right now is it's giving off a certain angle of light for you to travel on, right? I don't know if anyone has seen The Mummy when they had to go to Hamunaptra and they waited for that city to appear with a certain angle of sunlight, and then they were able to go there. This is how it works, the same exact way. Each constellation in the cycle has a different pathway of light to travel on, right? So, and you have 2 to 4 days to operate within that energy and that relationship in the sky to move through time and space how you want to. But you have to align yourself within in order to move through time and space, because the all is mind, the universe is mental. Think about that. So, when you are traveling, make sure you remember your patterns in each constellation when the moon travels through the clock. Each zodiac sign displays a different angle of light because of how it's spinning around the globe, right? So right now, the moon is in Sagittarius. Right now, we are in the angle of light of Sagittarius. And you have until the 13th to travel through this constellation on this planet, how you choose, right? The furthest I've traveled back was 6 months because I remembered the sun and moon at a specific time. And I used creative visualizations, and I traveled to where I wanted to be in the physical because the moon was in that exact zodiac sign that I was in 6 months ago. So I was able to travel back 6 months and experience the same thing that I experienced 6 months ago. Only difference was everything that was said 6 months ago was said again, but it was all said differently. And while I was there, I was like, wait a minute. I couldn't believe what was going on, so I just went home. I was like, what did I just do? And how did I just do that? So I went home and I continued to study and study and study and study and study to figure this out. And I've gotten more information on top of information on top of information about this. And it all has to do with the 13th constellation, Ophiuchus, the constellation that I'm from, right? The 13th month that has been removed is called the soul, right? And the zodiac signs are the 12 signs of man. So when you remove the soul from man, what happens? He cannot operate. And when you remove the soul from the calendar, it cannot operate. And when you remove the soul from Earth, it cannot operate. Earth has its own rhythm, not the machines. If you are still following the clock, listening to a machine that's giving you random numbers to tell you what to do, how to wake up, when to wake up, there's something wrong with that picture, right? Why are we listening to machines when we have our own clock outside?